Hi, Araya here. I wanted to talk about something that came through early this morning. It really, yeah, as much as possible, revolves around forgiveness. Forgiveness is the main theme of what we are going through. We are going through or moving through a quantum wave of that, a quantum wave of forgiveness and reconciliation. Up to the 2nd of February. This is something that we are collectively dealing with, collectively working with. So the words forgiveness, reconciliation, recalibration are really important for us right now. All the big learnings from our current lifetimes, and they are connected to our multidimensional threads with similar learnings. They're moving through into the quantum zero point. So anywhere where we feel people might have taken advantage of us, disrespected us, undermined us, undervalued us, used us, neglected us, abused us, all these big moments where we also might have abused, used, been selfish, hurtful, disrespectful, neglectful, manipulated, controlled, etc. They are coming up for review. Yeah. So if you feel yourself going through this and it's big, it feels like it could be almost like too much. Take heart and know that you are doing it. You are part of the release. You're meeting this because it's on its way out. It's a good thing. It actually means that your soul has been digging deep in your night times, um, in your dream time, in your meditations, and is ready to start releasing. It's a direct effect of the higher light coming through and going into the bottom of the barrel, so to speak. So there's a massive opportunity for mother-father healing, especially for our wounded masculine. The mother is calling home her lost and wounded boys. Yeah. And I'm talking about this on the outer, but also on the inner. The mother wants to show the wounded boys the way of oneness, the way forward. She is showing her lost and wounded little girls as well, the way out and up. The mother is our flagship. She is our salvation. The mother energy, the feminine energy is ready to embrace back into oneness, the masculine energy. And it's something that doesn't matter if you're in the female body or in the male body. Both polarities are within you. So energetically speaking, you could say that the new year hasn't started just yet because we're in a big tidy up period. It's not so much a building period. What we're doing is we're not reinventing the wheel. We're getting through the tidy up process. I have been advised that it could be up to May, so the end of April, before things start to feel a little bit like we're doing new stuff again. And, I've talked about it many times, so it's not something new if you've been following me, but it's like we're tidying up after our big play. We've been allowed to play with the polarities, with the duality energy. And right now, what we are doing is we're just tidying up after ourselves. This is all our own stuff. And, we can have opinions about it. We can point out what's wrong with everything. That's good. It's our first connection or reconnection back into our wounded selves. But ultimately, we need to take responsibility. We need to own what we have created, personally and collectively. Sometimes we might encounter things on the inner planes, especially that we think are yet to come, that we think we have no part of, or maybe they're from a past. Remember, though, that all the timelines converge in the one now moment. So to the extent that you know yourself, you could also be dealing with galactic things that are on other levels. where you feel you might be under attack, or you might be this, or you might be that. Just really important to remember, and I'm reminding myself here as well, is that anything we encounter, we have had a part in. We have somehow had an entanglement in that area. We have played a part. We have been the goodie or the baddie in that story. Yeah. And it's all been a part of our learning on the soul level. So we are in the tidy up period, and we're getting through this. Yeah. But the first thing that we are doing right now is we are reconciling some of those inner wounded little boy, wounded little girl aspect. And we need to apply forgiveness. Forgiveness with conscious action to stay aligned with energetic cleanliness or cleanliness. So what do I mean with that? It's very easy to get lost. To get lost in the old concepts, where we have dug the deep trenches, where we have walked a path for a long time, maybe just in this lifetime or maybe even in other lifetimes. Our body system, our cells have gotten used to doing things a certain way. And that means that every time we think that same thought, it triggers the same emotion, same chemicals flood our body system. And in a strange way, our body can be addicted to fear-based stories, to foods, drinks, television, computer games, things that are not activating a higher vibrational sequence of events. Now, I understand that that feels good temporarily. I mean, I like to occasionally watch things that are a little bit out there, a little bit exciting, yeah. But if you get hooked into that for a longer period of time, you really start to, in other areas of your life, also manifest or work on those vibrational levels, because you literally are telling your body to resonate with what you are entertaining, to resonate on that level. And on that level, we are doing the big clear out, the big tidy out. So if you're plugging in there, you're going to feel anxious. You're going to feel like you have no footing underneath. It's going to feel very uncomfortable. Yeah, it's like there's a hurricane going on there, like a swirl of energy, clearing things. Yeah. So to be honest, already we are connected in that tidy up on some levels, and your soul is doing a very good job, working very hard at nighttime to keep up with that. So don't make it harder on yourself by entertaining things that are not good for you. And I know how difficult that is. I'm going to be very open with you. I have a very easy, how shall I best word this? Like, I have for many years, sugar has been one of my things. I can easily get addicted if I am not careful, and have been, to sugar, chocolate, things like that. I'm not much of a gamer, for example. I don't crave alcohol, but coffee is another one for me that if I occasionally have it, it's fine. But if I really align with that again, I get myself into, and this is collectively and energetically speaking, into a vibrational match with everyone on the planet who upkeeps their momentum by something that's outside themselves, by adding caffeine to the system. Yeah. So you're kind of, in a way, you're able to push yourself over your physical boundaries by giving yourself that boost. And that ultimately, for me at least, gave me adrenal exhaustion. So I'm not saying coffee is bad. I'm not saying a glass of wine is bad. It's like you need to find your own balance, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. But ultimately, everything that we do too much is going to affect us. It's going to bring us into the same vibrational state of being as that which we are pouring into our body system. So whether that's something we're watching, something we drink, eat, people we hang out with, we have to make conscious choices. So it's important to apply forgiveness to all the stories, self-responsibility, and like I said, that conscious action to stay aligned with our energetic cleanliness. So I want to talk a little bit more about the forerunners. The forerunners, those are the people, those of us who have been at this for a while. We have been at this for a while. We might be tired right now. We have done a lot of self-work, self-evaluation, learning how this works, remembering how this works. We are anchor points. That doesn't mean for people to hang their stuff on, okay? It means you are a mirror. You are showing people, energetically speaking, how it's done. You're reminding someone. Your presence, your very presence carries a vibrational message and says, I am in oneness. And you might not be perfect, which is, you don't need to be. You're showing where you are in oneness, what you have already done. And we are all working on our own things there. And they are all different. So that's why it's so nice to come together, because we can support each other in the areas where the other person feels they have something to remember, something to learn. So in other words, you are medicine, but you are not to be consumed by others. You need to stay in your own lane. One of the things that I wrote down for myself as a daily goal for 2025 is to have energetic boundaries and energetic alignment. And boundaries just in terms of like choosing myself. Yeah. I wrote down in capital letters on my little piece of paper here, I choose me. And I let everyone and everything else be. And that doesn't mean that I'm selfish. It means that I'm choosing very carefully what is mine. And sometimes that means I say yes, and sometimes it means I have to say no, no matter how uncomfortable that might be. Yeah, so that's energetic cleanliness. As a forerunner, you are a pillar, a light pillar, a Sophia light pillar, and you're anchoring your unified light seeds in the places of your standing. So where you live, where you hang out, where you, especially where you meditate, where you connect into the Sophia light grid or the Sophia Gaia grid. And that's where you anchor very specifically. You're anchoring all the way down into the heart of our planet, into the new earth, temple of love light, into the heart of Gaia Sophia. So practically speaking, it means you're holding the new world in your heart and in your mind. So upholding something like that, we are all doing this all over the globe. This is a big, big undertaking. So you're not alone in doing this. And because we're all connecting together, it's a very strong field. This is where you will feel at home. Okay. And so you're upholding a mirror of unity consciousness to be activated by all who come into contact with you. You need absolute clarity at the moment for that. It's no easy feat. Yeah. The old little habits that we still had allowance for here and there, they are just being addressed right now, and they're being called back into unity too. And so this is where your responsibility lies. Your power lies in how you respond. And you need to release the need to control the outer. You cannot control the outer. Yeah. We are releasing more sadness. We're releasing more pain, more illusions. It's a big task. So remain in loving allowance. Let other people do what they do. and cultivate an inner landscape of sacred awareness, sacred response. You're only responsible for yourself. So that means we are to be very vigilant with our thoughts, with our heart-mind congruency. This is where your inner priest and priestess are taking a stand. Yeah. So with your divine light pillar anchored, erected, you cannot waver, you cannot fall, because it carries the very fabric of your new existence. Just remember that if you do come through the turbulence, through the darkness, there is no fall from grace. You haven't done anything wrong. What you're doing is encountering your pain, your fear, your duality. You're scooping it up and you're loving it back into unity. It may seem relentless at times, but you will get renewal every time. One last thing that I want to talk about is your dream time, your relaxation time, your meditation time. They are your number one priority right now. However you want to do that, doesn't matter. If you want to have your afternoon nap, you lie in your hammock, take your walk in nature. You want to do your sports outside. You are meditating, taking a holiday for your mind. All beautiful. Moments of just quietude, interacting with animals. It can be that moment at night when the whole house is asleep and has peace and quiet. These are the moments that you restore yourself, your light body, where you release, where you recalibrate, and where you come back into oneness. So we are all doing really, really, really big work. And whether you are aware of your dream time or not, whether you have those conscious lucid dreams or not, it doesn't matter. Your soul every night is on the inner planes working, releasing, transmuting, recalibrating. This shift is real, okay? And it's now also beginning to feel very tangible for those of us who have so far achieved to keep their eyes shut and dug their heels in. It's getting tangible, and the new world is calling loudly for all to join her. So this was my sharing for today. Thank you so very, very much. In divine ease and grace, I leave you with a lot of love and gratitude. And I hope my wish for you is that you have all the support that you need in your inner journeys. Thank you so much, beautiful soul, for your dedication and your unwavering commitment to the unfoldment of the divine plan. Thank you.